In the heart of Manhattan's vibrant Soho district, where cast-iron buildings whisper tales of old-world grit and modern ambition, I, Eleanor Hayes, had crafted a life few could imagine. At 62, with silver threads weaving through my hair and lines etched from decades of quiet resolve, I owned a sprawling 1,800-square-foot loft that overlooked bustling cobblestone streets. It was mine, down to the sleek black SUV parked in a secure underground lot and the unlimited credit line that funded endless indulgences. But my son, Daniel, the 35-year-old rising star in urban design, believed it all stemmed from his own triumphs. He didn't know the truth, that every brick, every blueprint, every dollar traced back to me. This is the tale of how my unspoken sacrifices nearly unraveled our bond, and how shattering the silence mended it forever. The scent of glazed ham and spiced cranberry sauce wafted through the loft that crisp December evening, mingling with the piney freshness of a towering fir decked in twinkling lights. I'd risen at dawn, kneading dough for cinnamon rolls, simmering mulled cider, and roasting root vegetables, dishes Daniel had cherished since boyhood. 20 guests filled the open living space. Distant relatives, his colleagues from the design firm, Sophia's network of style bloggers. The long oak table gleamed under soft pendant lamps, laden with heirloom silverware and flickering candles. I darted between the industrial kitchen island and the dining area, plating sides, pouring ruby red Merlot from Napa Valley, my floral apron dotted with sauce stains. My once steady hands, now veined and arthritic, shook faintly as I balanced a tray of carved ham. "Eleanor, take a break," urged my Aunt Lydia, her tone laced with pitying warmth. "You've outdone yourself."
"Ai fine," I murmured, mastering a grin.
From my vantage by the counter, I watched Daniel hold court at the table's head, his crisp button-down shirt rolled to the elbows, a gold timepiece, Sophia's anniversary gift, catching the light. He animatedly described his newest commission, a sleek eco-tower in Midtown. "This quarter's been a whirlwind," he declared, swirling his glass. "The developers are relentless on timelines, but the pay for a lead designer here? It covers the loft, the ride, the whole package." Sophia, perched beside him in an emerald gown that screamed high-end atelier, beamed with polished pride. Her flawless nails trailed his sleeve as she chimed in, her voice carrying. "Still, the upkeep never ends. This space, the styling, upholding our vibe, nothing's cheap in the city." Nods rippled around the table. My Uncle Harold grunted agreement. "Spot on. Leases around here? $2,000 easy for anything livable." "Precisely," Daniel leaned forward. "That's why hustle matters. No handouts in this town." A twist tightened in my gut, but I kept slicing ham unnoticed. The chatter swirled on, rising costs, tight budgets, from folks on their second round of premium wine. Then Daniel dabbed his lips, sipped deeply, and fixed his gaze on me. His eyes held that unyielding spark, reminiscent of his father Robert's resolve in boardrooms long ago. But tonight it stung. "Mom," he announced, his words slicing the hum of voices, "since we're on the topic of the loft." The room hushed. 20 stares pivoted my way. "I've been mulling this. If you're staying on with us, you ought to chip in like anyone else sharing the place." The air thickened. "Fair's fair," he pressed, scanning for nods. "We're grown-ups. If your retirement checks won't stretch, perhaps find a spot that fits better." Sophia sipped approvingly. "Family or not, accountability counts, especially with kin." I scanned the faces. Lydia averted hers. Harold fiddled with his fork. A few acquaintances murmured assent. No one challenged him. "No. How dare you speak to her so? No. Evicting your own mom on the holidays?" The quiet pressed like fog, broken only by the distant honk of a cab below. 28 years of toil, nights poring over ledgers, deals sealed in dim offices, seemed to dissolve in the loft's heated glow. I set down the carving knife with deliberate care, smoothed my apron, and rose, joints protesting. "Thanks for joining us," I said evenly, my voice steadier than expected. "This might be my final holiday here." Daniel's brow furrowed. "Mom, no need for theatrics. We're just being practical. You're right. I cut in, meeting his stare.
Practicality it is.
I retreated to the guest suite down the hall, the door's click echoing like a gavel. Curled on the edge of the bed, I surveyed the modest space. A quilted coverlet, a oak dresser, framed snapshots on the sill. I lifted one. Robert and me at our debut project in Tribeca, me in a modest skirt suit, him wielding oversized shears before a modest 6-story walk-up. I was 32 then, eyes alight with possibility. How had I faded into this shadow? It started in 1991, in the rolling hills of upstate New York. I was 20, scrubbing floors for affluent families. Robert, 23, labored on road crews, his calloused palms a testament to grit. We wed in a quaint chapel after 4 months, honeymooning in a lakeside cabin. Daniel arrived soon after, our 400-square-foot flat in Brooklyn our nest. Robert toiled dawn to dusk. I balanced books for local shops, Daniel napping in a bassinet nearby. Savings piled in a cookie tin beneath the mattress. No luxuries, just a vision. Our slice of stability. It spanned 14 years of scrimping, skipping outings, thrift store finds, Daniel bunking with us till 8 for lack of room. In 1997, we snagged our inaugural condo, 500 square feet in Tribeca for $52,000. We gutted it ourselves, Robert plumbing, me wallpapering, Daniel 5 passing hammers. We leased it for $450 monthly, funneling rents into more acquisitions. Robert envisioned revamps for derelict structures. I stretched funds like elastic. By 2005, our 6th hold, we formed Hayes Holdings. Robert drew from the resilient hawks circling Tribeca skies. Hayes Holdings, like us, soaring steady. We weathered the 2008 crash, snapping up bargains while rivals fled. Lofts in Williamsburg, condos in the Village, retail spots in Soho. By 2016, Hayes Holdings boasted 52 assets. Then, a stormy autumn afternoon in October 2018, Robert clutched his chest mid-sketch in our backroom office. Ellie was his last breath. The ER called it a sudden coronary. Quick, no pain. They soothed, as if words eased the void. Back in the present, I retrieved a leather portfolio from the nightstand. Within, Hayes Holdings charter, my 88% stake as managing partner, Michael Grant as front-facing head. Deeds listed the Soho loft at West Broadway, 156, owner, Hayes Holdings. The SUV, Model XT7, titled to the firm, Daniel as provisional driver. Backup card on my core account. Each page chronicled my unseen empire, the illusion I'd let Daniel embrace. 3 years prior, Daniel graduated design school, landing a gig at a solid agency, $3, 100 monthly take-home. Decent for the city, but shy of his aspirations. He visited my discreet office nook in a Tribeca warehouse, Michael handling the spotlight. "Mom," he said, sinking into a chair, "I want independence." Spotted a rental in Soho, $2, 500 rent. My pay covers it, barely. I eyed him, Robert's fierce gaze, youth's blind optimism. Pulling up our database, I noted, we've a vacant loft on West Broadway. 1,800 square feet, freshened last year. Rents at $4,000 market. His jaw dropped.
Mom, impossible.
I'll lease it for $1,600, I offered. Family rate, insider perk. His grin exploded. For real? You sure? Thriving in my Tribeca spot, I fibbed. That too was mine, undisclosed. Go claim your space. He inked the deal swiftly. Tenant Daniel Hayes, landlord Hayes Holdings. He never probed the entity's core. Months later, Sophia entered the scene, a digital marketer with 60,000 online fans. She flaunted loft shots. My design was bone nails interiors. At their wedding, I slipped him a secondary card. For urgencies, I cautioned. Urgencies morphed into lavish brunches, $2,500 accessories. Bills arrived monthly, $700 spa days, $1,500 getaways, for $1,000 Vegas jaunts. I settled them mutely. When Daniel sought a firm vehicle for client impressions, Michael greenlit it, I nodded from afar. Short term, I instructed Michael, till he affords his own. 3 years on, it remained his daily drive. Now, at 11:45 p.m., city fireworks painted the skyline. I phoned Michael, my late husband's trusted ally, now my sole confidant in the firm's shadows. Michael, it's Eleanor. Prep Daniel's files for morning. Lease, auto permit, card logs.
Pause.
Eleanor, you certain? Utterly. Time he grasps true self-reliance. I hauled a dusty valise from storage, remnant of a cancelled Vermont escape with Robert. It swallowed my sparse wardrobe, for tops, 3 slacks, a cardigan, essentials. Half full. Before the mirror, I confronted my reflection. Lined face, work-worn fingers. 4 decades forging this realm, yet lately, I'd dimmed to serve in secrecy.
Why?
To foster his joy, his illusion of prowess. I'd presumed gratitude would bloom. Mistake. Unbounded indulgence breeds entitlement, not appreciation. Zipper sealed, I pocketed my essentials, ID, device, keys to my authentic haven, and emerged. Laughter echoed from the gathering. They likely figured I'd sulk, return contrite. Suitcase wheels rasped on polished floors, halting the merriment. Sophia smirked first.
Eleanor, no teatrix.
We're discussing maturity, not exile. True, I replied. Maturity for us all. Daniel rose, flushed. Mom, wait, don't go now. I meant reflection, not. I get it. I stood tall by the exit. You see this as yours, the loft, the SUV, your wins. And they are. Sophia interjected. Daniel grinds, early starts, late finishes. Earned every bit. I could have unveiled it all, brandished proofs. But lessons stick through fallout, not lectures. Agreed. Nothing gratis. I swung the door wide. Daniel stepped near. Mom, where to? Let me arrange a ride.
Handled, I said.
Text on arrival. His plea hung. I regarded him. The infant I'd cradled, the grad I'd cheered, the man who'd prized ego over empathy. When ready, I whispered. Happy holidays, Daniel.
Door shut.
The corridor's hush, lit by sterile fluorescence, enveloped me. Elevator descended. No backward glance. No tears. Just release. The lobby guard, Tomas, startled. Ms. Hayes? Off so late. Tomas, one favor. When they fetch the black SUV from spot 9 soon, grand entry. Firm clearance. He nodded, puzzled. As you wish. A silver sedan idled curbside, not a taxi, but a Hayes Holdings driver, Lena. Evening, Ms. Hayes. To my village retreat, I directed, settling in. Manhattan blurred past. Neon signs, late strollers, festive storefronts. This metropolis, my battlefield, I'd claimed through savvy deals and sleepless vigils. Yet I'd vanished from my narrative. The village pad, 900 square feet in a walk-up brownstone, lacked fanfare, no concierge, pure simplicity. Lena unloaded. I ascended 2 flights, key turning to stale air. My private sanctuary for strategy sessions, solitude as mogul, not dependent. Suitcase dropped. I sank into an armchair.
Quiet rand. No chatter, no demands.
Just me, plotting Dawn's moves. Phone buzzed. For voicemails from Daniel, a plea. Mom, safe?
Didn't mean that.
Talk. Ignored. Laptop opened to firm portal. Daniel's allocations. Lease ends February 28th. SUV provisional. Card cap, $6,000 on mine. 3 keystrokes could append him. Vindictive? No. Parental clarity, imparting worth through trial. Laptop shut. Sleep came deep, unburdened. Hayes Holdings suite spanned the 2nd level of a glass-fronted tower on Lafayette Street, flanked by indie galleries. I arrived 8:45 a.m., December 26. Receptionist Clara fumbled her latte. Ms. Hayes, welcome. Mr. Grant's in. Hallway murals showcased our icons, a Williamsburg revamp, village co-ops. One frame, from a 2014 village ribbon cutting, caught Robert beaming in hard hat. I lurked blurred behind. I rapped on Michael's door. Enter. At 48, sharp-suited with salt and pepper edges, he rose.
Eleanor, seat.
I lingered by the pane, eyeing the avenue's rush, commuters, vendors. Files ready. He proffered a binder. All set, but reconsider? Michael. I faced him. Robert and I erected this humbly, unseen. My quiet turned deception, letting Daniel view me as load. I know, he sighed. Opposed the veil early, but honored you. My error to fix. Seated, binder opened, loft lease, auto form, 6-month card tally. Figures chilled, $950 at a fine dine spot, $3,800 couture spree, $2,700 spa retreat, $4,100 Bahamas hop, $2,200 furnishings. Total, $52,400. While I clung to a decade-old wool coat. Bring Lisa? I queried our counsel. In the boardroom. Lisa Chun, 52, fierce yet equitable, managed post-Robert legals. Laptop aglow, tabs flagged. She gripped my hand. Eleanor briefed. Sorry for the rift. Solutions, Lisa, not sympathy. She pivoted screen. 3 items. Residence, vehicle, card. Options per. Loft. Lease lapses February 28th. Non-renewal notice, due now, 30 days lead. Refusal? Eviction suit, but unlikely. Firm letter shifts tone from maternal. Owner query? LLC shield shareholders. Registry probe delays past deadline. Vehicle. Firm asset. Revocable now. 48-hour return demand. Non-compliance. Repossession via spare keys. Proceed. I affirmed. Card. Personal auxiliary. Cancel instantly via bank. Binder stared back. Triple strike incoming. Harsh. Michael ventured gradualism.
No, ikuntat.
Phased prolongs agony. Full jolt reveals depth.
Lisa ejed me approvingly.
Resilient. Awakened. I corrected. 2 hours drafting. Non-renewal missive. Hayes Holdings notifies termination of West Broadway 156 lease, effective February 28th. Vacate intact. Signed, Michael Grant, managing partner. Vehicle recall. Authorization revoked. Return XT7, plate 392 JKP, to Lafayette facility within 48 hours, or legal retrieval. Card. Lisa phoned speaker. Primary Eleanor Hayes. Auxiliary Daniel. Cancel now. Done. Blocked shortly. Expense audit. Yes. 12 months. Emailed. Concluded. Mailed today. Card off by lunch. SUV tomorrow. Let him absorb. Village pad. I noted. No dodging. Office known. Press spin? Let it. I've ledgers proving build. Statements exposing misuse. Rising. Joints ached. 62's toll. Thanks. Awkward, I know. Roberted applaud. Michael said. Love draws lines. Throat tightened. Wish I'd heeded sooner. Departed 11:45. Lafayette bustled. Skaters, lunch crowds. Paused at a boutique window. Bag from statements, $2,900. Sophia's post. Hubby pampers. Phone pinged. Daniel.
Mom, morning.
Where? Checked Tribeca, says renters there. Call, concerned. Pocketed, unread. Detoured to a hole-in-the-wall cafe in the village. Strong brew, fresh bagel for $1.20. Sophia's money alone topped that.
Michael rang.
Dispatched. He'll see soon. Good. And me? Truly well. Yes, freed at last. Sipped black coffee, bitter truth brewing. December 27th, 9:20 a.m. Daniel hunched over his tablet in the loft's breakfast nook, Sophia dozing. Prior night, bickering till 2 a.m. over my scene. Overblown, she dismissed. She'll crawl back. But silence gnawed. Inbox scanned, spam, promos then. Lease non-renewal alert from Hayes Holding. Pulse raced, opened, reread thrice. Not renewed. Vacate February 28th. Impossible, he breathed. Dialed footer number. Hayes Holdings Ops. Daniel Hayes eviction email? Error. Payments current. Checking. Keys clacked eternally. No error, sir.
Owner elects non-renewal per clause 9.4.
Why?
Offense. Undisclosed. We enact. Owner who? Panic surged. Confidential. Appeal via Lafayette written. Lafayette? Near my office. Renew option. Reapply at market. $4,200 monthly. Line dropped. $4,200? His net, $3,100.
Doom.
Sophia. She emerged, robe-clad. Evicted, out by end February.
What?
Your loft. Rented, always. But rights. They can, he groaned. She scanned, fury blooming. Your mom, last night sparked this. She pulled strings. Unclear. Heading to Hayes Holdings, sort face-to-face. Noon, Lafayette Tower. Daniel garaged the SUV, $5/hour. Shrugged off usually, stormed in. Plaque. Hayes Holdings, second floor. Reception. Clara. Speak to decision-maker, tenant. Bogus notice. Mr. Hayes? Moment. She vanished, he paced. Walls. Project shots, Williamsburg Village. Froze. Large print. Robert Invest, grinning Priya revamp. Caption. Co-founder Robert Hayes, 1991 to 2018, remembered. Co-founder? Dad was crew, not. Michael approached, hand out. Michael Grant, managing partner. Lease issue. Daniel shook absently, fixated. That pic, my dad worked construction. Michael's eyes softened. More than that, but aside. Office. Views spanned the street. Valid concern, but legal non-renewal. Owner? Mom mentioned something holiday, misheard. Unrelated. Business call. Then let me bid higher. $4,200 affordable? Math crushed. Other rentals abound. January's fierce. Daniel reeled. Off. Glanced back. Background figure. Woman in blouse. Gesturing commandingly.
Familiar poise.
2:30 p.m., Chelsea Market Shops. Sophia sought distraction. Frock for New Year's gala. At checkout, silver card, boundless. Esteemed, swiped. Declined. Retry? Twice more. Denied. Line grumbled. Cheeks flamed. Glitch, later. Fled. Phone bank. Rejected. Ending 7,392. Auxiliary on primary Eleanor Hayes. I canceled yesterday her request. Eleanor's? My mother-in-law. Yes. Inactive 3:17 p.m.
Whom? Seating.
Dialed Daniel. Your mom axed my card. Which? Ours, the endless one. It's auxiliary on hers. You claimed company perk. I assumed. Fix it. My card limits $2,500. You know costs for my brand? Perhaps issue there, he muttered. Home talk. Sophia lingered amid bags, displays taunting. First taste of scarcity in years, loathing it. December 28th, 7:45 a.m. Daniel stirred, head throbbing from endless debate. Sophia demanded action. He. Futile, her ghosting. Doorbell, not brunch delivery, her card, grudging. 2 texts, forms in hand. Daniel Hayes? Hayes Holdings Recovery. XT7 SUV. Plate 392, JKP. My vehicle. Firm owned. Permit revoked. The keys, sign off. Doc showed. His 2-year-old scribble. Provisional business use. Ridiculous. Given for work. Never titled yours. Refuse? Tow, with duplicates. Sophia stormed out. Ours, you can't. Orders, ma'am. Daniel fetched keys, surrendered silently. They snapped pics. SUV vanished. They gaped at the void. Your mom, Sophia hissed. Ruinous. Doesn't add. Daniel puzzled. How her sway? Epiphany dawned. Robert's photo. Co-founder. Michael's vibe. All Hayes-linked.
No.
What? But he bolted inside, laptop aflame.
Rodat Hayes Holdings Principals.
Basics. Founded 1997, Michael Grant lead, 52 assets, $42 million valuation. Images, ceremonies, then 2016 village event, Michael foreground, me background in slacks, directing suits deferentially. Caption. Michael Grant, Hayes Holdings head, at Willow Heights launch by Hayes Kin.
Kin.
LinkedIn know me, but staff list. Eleanor Hayes, majority owner.
No.
Sophia Red, Ashen. Mom owns it. Apartment hers, SUV hers, card hers, all. Lived her luxury, blew her cash, while you bragged self-made. Told her rent in her loft. Nausea hit. Didn't know. Never questioned cheap Soho. Modest facade. Thought perk. She scoffed. Tribeca sham too, mansion hidden. Daniel snatched keys. Finding truth teller. 3 a.m., Bellevue Medical Center. Aunt Lydia, room 215, mending from bronchitis. Unvisited amid holidays. She peered over specs, disappointment flickering. Daniel, unexpected. Kissed her brow. She seemed shrunken. Better soon. Awkward quiet. Not just check-in? Truth on mom. Hayes funds all. Lydia set aside her book. You uncovered. Knew from start. Watched her and Robert Horde. Snag first condo. Erect empire stone by stone. Why hide? Wanted you sturdy. Not pampered heirs presuming entitlement. Deceived. Omitted, she corrected. Nuance. Let you feel provider to needy widow. Felt vital. And now. Spent wildly. Sophia flaunts $3,000 bags. Mom in faded coat. Accepted. Boasted. Tuesday before 20. Demanded rent or out. Tears welled. Ignorance excuse? She clasped his hand. She schooled via quiet. You mistook meek for frail. Gifts for due. Now what? Grass core. Worth in toil. Merit over ease. Restart bare, like them. Daniel lingered, weeping awakening. January 15th. Daniel eyed a weathered six-story in Brooklyn Heights.
Fadet brick, no attendant, dented basser.
Unit 18. Broker, a slick 20-something, said. 400 square feet, studio, compact bath, 6th floor, stairs only. Rent.
$950 plus utile.
Sophia, arms folded, snorted. Dumpster? Instagram fodder. Affordable, Daniel said. Can't slum. Then don't. Broker shifted.
View.
Yes.
No.
Daniel faced her. Decision time. Keys due February 28th.
Fits my pay.
If not you. Not marrying for scraps, she snapped.
Promise-moi.
Illusion. Mom's subsidy. Reclaim it, grovel. Won't beg funds. Pride now? Spent freely then. Sting landed. Renting. Join or not. Ascended alone, breathless atop. Ugly, cramped, but owned. February 1st, Brooklyn pad. Damp spots, 80s fixtures, avocado tub. Daniel arrived with duffels, shame-heavy. Sophia split January 28th to Jersey Kin note. Ring when restored. First night, floor-bound, ceiling cracks, budget app open. Net $3,100. Rent/utils $1,020. Groceries $350. Transit $70. Miscellaneous $120. Total $1,560. Leftover $1,540. Sophia's old nail kit. Mid-February side gigs. Freelance sketches. Noodles solo. Table delayed. Text from stranger. Daniel Hayes?
I'm Victor Lank, Harlem firm.
Social redesigns. Your dad crude early sites.
Portfolio intrigue, chat.
Yes.
Soon. Late February, Victor's loft office. Raw beams, salvaged desks, 6 juniors amid mock-ups. Victor, 55, tousled, vibrant. Your dad, nodding wall shot, top framer, grasped essence beyond beams. Years pre-Hayes. He said, structures shelter souls, not egos. Throat caught. Gig. Harlem revamps. Tight funds. Modest pay, real change. $2,500 6 months. Extendable. Less current, but start when? Monday. Hard hats site, not desk. March, 5:45 a.m. rises, subway to Harlem. Dust cake till 7 p.m. home. Drained, simple meals, stir-fries, eggs. Evenings, sketches on battered device. Saturday, neighbor Mrs. Elena rapped. Sugar, dear? He shared. She peeked bare in space. New? Wife.
Solo, rebuilding.
Life guides true, she wisecracked. Supper tomorrow, stew? He joined. Her stew evoked Mom's first homey spark since fallout. April, Sophia's dissolution arrived. Signed painless, relief. She craved glamour, he, authenticity. May, Harlem progressed. Daniel's modular tweak, 450 square foot units, light maxed green. Per unit, $82,000. Victor, scalable, pitch funders? No network. Mine, calls incoming. That eve, solo in sparse flat, table, bed frame, 2 stools from discount. Daniel messaged Mom. 50-second try.
No parden sot, no reclam.
Just, I get it. Grinding, growing. Love, Daniel. No reply expected. 10 minutes. Michael's number.
Mom saw.
She's content, proud of legit path. Persist. She'll reach when ripe. Read thrice.
Proud.
Grinned first in ages. July, swelter-baked Brooklyn. No AC, just Elena's fan. Sweat honest, vital. 5 a.m., starts cooled. Desk cluttered. Vision brewing. Equitable Dwellings NYC, 140 units on derelict Harlem lots. $10.2 million total, $85,000 per unit for working families edged out. Beyond design, equity. Victor called. Seated? Investor meet. August 20th. Impact-focused, deep pockets. Heart thumped.
Who?
Hush, but solid. Nail it, game changer. Scale? Full build. Perfect pitch or bust. Mirror check. Leaner, shadowed, calloused. Eyes, driven. August prep. Days sights, nights refine.
Elena suppliet breus, lingered.
Echo someone, subway regular. Rolls in hand, fierce focus.
Who?
Mature, poised plain. Once saw her debate execs, silenced em. Your set jaw. Lump rose. Mom, dunno, but builder like you. August 20th. Address. Lafayette Tower. Chilled haze. Called Victor. Wrong spot. Trust enter. Worn satchel. Thrift suit $50. 55-page dream. Clara. 4th floor conference they await.
Who?
See yourself. Conference. Elevator hummed. 4th new, panoramic views and door. Executive suite, principal.
Knocked. In.
Froze. Table head, Mom, Eleanor Hayes, tailored navy, poised. Right, Michael. Left, Lisa. Rear. For suits, files open. Daniel. She intoned professionally, be seated. Mom, I. Principal Hayes. Firm, no malice. Your designer, Daniel Hayes. Pitching community redesign.
Proceed?
Hour allotted. Swallowed, connected cracked laptop. Morning. Daniel Hayes. Urban specialist. Proposing transformation for 140 Harlem families. Slide. Trash-strewn lot. Neglected, yet ripe for renewal. Home's hope. 40 minutes. Modules, eco-materials, communal greens, $82,000 per unit build, $85,000 sell, 7.2% yield. Impact, 140 housed, 50 jobs, area boost, scalable. Mom noted, Michael approved, Lisa crunched. Silence post. Michael. Budget snug, overrun hedge? Site months, no vendors, risks, 10% buffer. Lisa, zoning, pre-talks with planning, aligns initiatives, 90% odds. Exec. Why $10.2 million for slim 7.2%? Lux yields 28%. Not profit chase. Crisis evicts locals. This sustains sleep, not greed. Mom. Personal. Why this, why now? Gazes locked, half year's forge. Half year back, stripped bare. Home, ride, union, ego. $950 Brooklyn walk-up, stair halls, ramen nights. Todd Architecture's core.
How?
Structures serve lives, not show. Felt their squeeze. Dad's creed. Hands over contracts. She shut pad. Thanks. Decision in 72 hours. Dismissed. Gathered gear. Paused at door. Principal Hayes. Win or lose. Gratitude for lessons, painful ones. Exited. Post-exit, Eleanor silent. Thoughts. Michael. Viable. Researched, but margin razor. Lisa. Legal sound. Risks noted. Exec. Investment-wise alternatives. Legacy? Potent. Eleanor gazed skyline, Chrysler Spire, enduring toil. Robert's voice echoed. Dwellings dignify, not enrich. Fund it, full $10.2 million. Terms? Daniel directs, monthly to us. Autonomy, oversight. Success. Permanent role. Merit, not blood. August 22nd, 10 p.m. Daniel paced barren flat, insomnia gripping. Ring, unknown. Daniel Hayes? NYU Langone. Eleanor Hayes admitted. Heart irregularity. Stable, requests you. World halted. Coming. Langone. 11:30 p.m. subway dash, left him winded. Michael waited, weary. What? Overwork, 16-hour shift since. Holidays. Since freeing me. Freed, yes, hurt her too. See her? Awake, frail, gentle. Room dim, beep steady. Mom small, tubed. First vulnerable. Mom. Eyes fluttered. Faint smile.
Son.
Hand cold in his. Why push so? Certainty. Rasped. That you'd claim chance rightly.
Squeeze.
Pitch today, Robert had beamed. Tears flowed. Sorry. Words. Blindness. Cheek touch. Forgiven that night you departed. Waited for your self-pardon. Undeserving. Learning matters. Eyes show. Efforts weight. Duties heft. Earned versus owed. Nurse. Rest. Project greenlit, she whispered. Monday start. Michael details. You'll mend. Promise. Share load. Lean on allies. Build life. Not just walls, one rich. Promise. Smile faded to medicated doze. For better. Not my errors. 9 months on, November next year, Harlem site buzzed. Derelict reborn. Frames up. Hammers ringing progress. Daniel Dawn arrived. Vested. Plans tucked. Crew. 3 juniors engineer. For vets from Dad's era. Unit 14 mismatch. A foreman yelled. Scaffold climb. No vertigo now. Tweak minor. Fixable. Redo section. Safety first. Delay cost days. But integrity held. Monthly briefs. First Thursdays, Eleanor. Rebounded. Chaired sharply. Unit 32 lags, April. Supplier snag. Fixed on track. Funds. 2% under. Haggled deals. Nod. Proceed. Postmeet. Solid, Daniel. June crisis. Beam buckled in storm. No injuries, but near miss. Probe. Vendor skimp steel. Gutted. My watch. To Victor, rain-soaked. Learn, adapt. Axed vendor. Daily audits. Extra inspectors. $40, 000 contingency hit. Counsel. Braced for ire. Eleanor. Errors teach. Response counts. Right call. September debut. Rivera clan. Parents, kids, elder. Crowded 350-square-foot rental at $800. Keys handed. Mrs. Rivera teared. Gorgeous, light everywhere. Son Mia, 9, hugged Daniel. You made? Yes. Architect too, nice places for folks like us. World needs you. Card passed. Study, I'll guide. Eve text to mom. Mia at threshold, beaming. Reply, legacy built. Proud. December 23rd, year after, Eleanor's village kitchen hummed. Not loft, genuine. Robert's picks, turkey roasting. Daniel arrived 4:30 p.m., market bags. Aid duty. Cook now. Brow arched. Elena basics, potatoes safe. Side by side. Him chopping, her basting. Carol's soft. Guests. 14. Michael, Kin, Lisa, Victor, Elena, Lydia, staff, Rivera family. Family dinner. Blood or built. Those who craft with you. 8 p.m. Table humble. Eclectic dishware. Laughter true. Mia sketched tower labeled dream. Cheers rose. 9:30. Daniel rose. Pulse quick. A year ago, holiday table. I uttered worst to loved one. Rent her loft or go. Eyes on Eleanor, glistening. Humiliated her, deemed burden. She wise-mothered. No shout, no reveal, just release to plummet. In fall learn soar. To her. Year schooled your wisdom. Worth in forge, not flash. Character trumps coin. Love toughens true. Envelope drawn. Repaid. $19,200, 3 years card use plus yield. 12 months saved. Opened. Shredded. Not cash, your growth invaluable. Hug enveloped. Year-long rift sealed. Applause thundered.
Lydia wept, Elena hoped, Mihail toasted.
Mia to mom. Like Daniel? Heart, to child. Post-feast midnight. Clearing tandem, quiet bond. Inauguration April. All 140 ready. Full lease. Informed. Victor's partner bid but options.
Pause.
Hearts pull. Social builds matter, plus near you. Lost years unknowing your strength, reclaim. Smile. Proposal. Hayes expands community arm. Director needed. Vision plus soul. Fair pay, no favors. Lives touched. Interested. Yes, condition weekly dinners, no biz, just us, bridging gaps. Handshake, then embrace, laughter. 2031. Robert Hayes Commons ribbon. Daniel 41. Grays hinting. Purpose lit. Before 18 structures. Brooklyn Edge. 520 affordable units. Eleanor 67. Emeritus, yet vital.
Date de roi.
Feels present. Crowd. Residence. Mia 16. Architecture bound. Elena front. Hanky ready. Michael, Lisa, Victor, crew. Beside Daniel, Clara a literacy tutor in underserved spots. 2 years. Shared drive, no facade. Mike. Speech ditched, raw. For dad. Robert Hayes, dwellings dignify. But mom's lesson. Love lets fall to teach flight. To her. 5 years past. Arrogant claimant. Now. Daily worthy of Hayes. 520 homes ours. Family's faith. Workers' toil. Believers in equitable NYC. Vow. Build on for shared tomorrow. Cheers. Ribbon snipped. Door swung. Lives entered.
Mia nird.
Card kept. Accepted Pratt full ride. Design like you. Surpass. Avoid my stumbles. Craft unimaginable. Night. Village balcony. City lights sprawled. Content sun. Yes, Clara real. Fuels purpose. Love versus steel. You. Serene. Superior to joy. Endures. Source. You, the man emerged. Hayes beyond wealth. My time ends. Inheritance worthy. Nonsense, decades more. Chuckle. But no. City my construct, you my art.
Tears.
Undeserve you. Love unhonored wastes. You've exalted. Manhattan gleamed. Dreams toiled. Dignities earned. Spans eternal. Eleanor's hush, near family shatter, resounded. Love gifts hard truths, not soft. Measures not spent, but shaped. Empire realtor, heirloom true, sun grasping man's measure in hands, not holdings.